everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pi Revolution. So, on this tutorial, we'll cover the basics of loops, if conditionals, and some booleans. So, before moving further, let's talk about for loops. So, for our example, we are taking A, which is a list of strings I love cats, just like the previous tutorial. And in a for loop, what we do is we iterate through the loop, iterate through the list, as in we go through every single element and we do something. For example, for I in A, so A is our list, and over here I would be each of the element. We can write I or we can write anything else, and whatever I is, we're going to print it out. So let's run it up. So what happened is our for loop basically iterated through every single element and printed out that particular element. Let's do another example to make it simpler. So for number in this list of numbers, print 1 plus the number. So let's run this. And basically our for loop iterated through each of the numbers and added a number and printed out. So it started from 1 to 6, so now we have 2 to 7. After our for loop, we'll talk about if else. So before going further into if else, let's talk about some booleans. So booleans basically are conditionals or comparisons. For example, double equal to sign sees if the two numbers are equal. So is 1 equal to 2, it should be a false, and is 1 equal to 1, it's true. So basic booleans we have in Python are equal. Remember, it's double equal, not single equal. Single equal means you're transferring a value, you're basically giving a value to a variable, and double equal to means, well, equal. So you have less than, greater than, and you also have not equal to. For not equal to, you just put an exclamation mark in front of the equal to sign. So let's run these, and they're obviously true. 2 is less than 3, 3 is more than 2, and 2 is not equal to 1. So here's some basic booleans, and here's our if else. So let's just comment out the other ones. So if boolean equals true, so if true, because our boolean is true, print this is true, else this is false. So what basically happened in if else statement is that it checked if the first condition is matched. So if bool or if true, print this is true, else false. Let's try it with another example. Let's make bool equal to false. This is false. So our boolean was false. And one more example. 2 is greater than 3, which is obviously false. 2 is less than 3. And if we run this, yeah, as you can see, this is false. 2 is less than 3, so it failed this condition. So what happened is, if fails, it goes to an else statement, and else statements to print this is false. Next, we have a while loop. In a while loop, unlike a for loop is iterating through elements in a list. A while loop will keep on running until a particular condition is met. For example, over here, while I is less than 3, add 1 to I, so I equals to I plus 1, and then print I. So let's start with I equals to 0. And so basically what happened is it kept on running while I was less than 3, or I guess equal to 3. The moment it hit 3, it just printed out 3 and then it stopped. It didn't go on to 4 or 5. So that's a while loop. It's going to keep running until a condition's met. Now let's try combining this together. So over here we have a combination of a for loop and an if else statement. So for I in this list of numbers, if I is less than 3, print I is small, else print I is large. So as you can see here, 1 and 2 are less than 3, and 3, 4, and 5, well, 3 is equal, but I guess that's how Python interprets it. So 3, 4, and 5 are large. Next example, we're going to talk about pass, break, and continue. So before talking further, let's see what this does. So what pass did is for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I is equal to 5, pass. Pass basically means do absolutely nothing. So over here, um, I was equal to 3, so when it hit 3, it did nothing. And for the other numbers, since the condition I equal to 3 wasn't met, it just printed I. Next, we have break. So what break does is it's going to keep on looping through, and when this condition's met, I equals to 3, it breaks, as in it breaks out of the loop. It's not going to iterate through all the numbers. It went to 1, 2, and when I is equal to 3, it just stopped the loop. It just broke out. So that's what break is for. And next we have continue. And continue basically tells you to skip 3 and go to the next number. So it was iterating through 1, 2, when it hit 3, it told it to continue on to the next one. Now, one common confusion a lot of people have is between continue and pass. As you can see here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5. And also for continue, we have 1, 2, 4, 5. So a lot of people think they're the same thing. They're not. And I made one more example just to prove it. So for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I equals to 3, for now, not continue, I commented that out. Pass and then print I. So what happened is we printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what pass did is it did absolutely nothing when I equals to 3. So we still printed I, and hence we have 3 here. Now let's try continue. There you have it. It's 1, 2, 4, 5. So basically we did 1, 2, and then we skipped over 3, and then we did 4 and 5. So that's it. And oh, just in case you haven't noticed, when you're doing a loop, you have to indent. For example, I do if true, and I have to add this colon here, and I don't indent, you're going to get an indent error. So make sure you indent it out and you get cat. It's the same for if for loops. So for you have a first indent, and if you have a second indent, and this print is not within the if statement, that's why it's on the same level. Same goes with while loops, if else, as I've mentioned, and for loops. So that's it for this tutorial. Next tutorial will cover more items. So till then, have fun and have a nice day.